Hello everybody, Angel Arts here. Welcome back to another episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. Our last episode was spent going through the codexes, so if you're skipping over to here, welcome again. I wanted to check out the runes, because after going through all the Veilfire, remember the caves, that there were runes on the wall that only showed up if you had that green, special green light, special green fire. We were able to get rune recipes. I don't know if we can necessarily make any because we need, blank rune stone and fire essences. Okay. Same thing with, okay. Alright, that's fine. I just wanted to double check to make sure that we can modify our armor and weapons as much as possible. I mean, I did a good amount of that off camera, but now we are finally going to move on and make our way to Val Royeaux and move the story along. As I said on my previous video, I am super excited to actually check out Val Royeaux because I just imagined it to be this really extravagant place. Because the people of Orlais, that's a culture I've always been fascinated by, and I just don't think that the games that had showcased Orlais, like Leliana's Song and Mark of the Assassin, I think Mark of the Assassin did an okay job. Alright, they did a decent job of introducing us to Orlais, but I am expecting Val Royeaux to be just really grand, and I hope that I'm not disappointed. I hope BioWare was able to deliver on the way that I imagined. Essentially, I believe the capital of Orlais is Val Royeaux. So...
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 7. I like that they tell us what levels to recommend. I think we're up to level 8, or maybe even 9 by now. So... let's go.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with him.
Okay.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Awesome. Address the Chantry in Val Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed, and at this moment we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the Chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Okay. Confirmed. Let's do this. Speak only the word. Achievement unlocked. I'm just really looking forward to seeing the architecture and the way it's decorated, and so really excited to see how well my vision of Val Royeaux matches, if at all, with the way that they've depicted in the game. Oh wow. This is beautiful.
The city still mourns.
Wow. Everyone's in masks. Well, a lot of people are in masks.
They all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never failed to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
I hope you enjoy Cassandra's new armor. I gave her new armor and new weapons that she could only wear at level 8. Oh wow. I'm afraid to... Okay, so Val Royeaux... Okay. The threat
Protect
remains.
the people? From us?
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with
I have to
us
choose these
upstarts?
faster.
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
They don't give... They don't give me enough time to decide how to respond. I have to be faster on that. Okay. The avenue of her reflective thought, inscribed upon a plaque. Our Lady and the actors of her rise and fall. Her message and visage are worth repeating. There's a lot of things to read. Alright, I'm gonna start with the left. Because I'm left-handed. Matharath remorse. Beneath, scratched by vandal. At meeting a low door frame. Matharath. Okay. Matharath's blood guilt. Beneath, scratched by a vandal. And his head suddenly weighs too much. Ugh. Matharath's penitence. Beneath, scratched by a vandal. And unrelated headache. Nice, unrelated headache. The avenue of a reflective thought. The avenue is inspirational but wise. Travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the bazaar awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child Empress Amy abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues, and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion in a place of otherwise irreverent thought always carries a faint odor about it. Excerpted from a disposable Walking Tour of the Capital by Philam a Bard. Oh, also off camera, there were amulets of power that I forgot to give to Varric and Solas that were just for Varric and Solas, you know, like the one that I found for the Iron Bull, and they gave them an extra ability point. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Let's get Ice Mine to Solas. You mark the ground with a glyph that takes a short time to prime. Once it is ready, it will freeze the first target to step on it. Could be very good control mechanism. And Varric. Chain reaction, the more damage, more enemies there are. I kind of want this, because I want to be able to shoot enemies in a straight line. So, because I think I meant to do that before, and I just forgot that I didn't have that. Focus. Nice. Achievement unlocked. Okay. Matharath's regret. Beneath, scratched by a vandal. About his unfortunate hair. Love it. Love it. Mas the Lion. The Emporium of Mortal Needs. A plaque reads, for all matters, defensive concern, offensive intent, and study of arts, martial and with sanction. Magical. Merchant.
Not open today. Not until this fast is over, at least. Too many swords out.
Yeah, right. Because of all these Templars all over the place. Alright, let's... We're gonna circle around, starting at the left. Wow. This is gorgeous. Okay, this is what I expected. This is what I expected Val Royeaux to look like. This is so cool. I'm very pleased by all of this, guys. Not of heroes, united in hatred. If we are re-examining motive, let us not stop at the sons of the betrayer. For the first leader of young Orlais after the sons was just Chabis, chattel wife of 2 of them. But examine the facts. A proud daughter of the Syrian, chosen not unkindly by Isarath to be his pride, it was her reach that granted him power to unify. Consider what she witnessed in the consolidation of her people. She has always been portrayed with sadness, but what if when our nation was born, the game was born with it? Judge her actions not as property but as matters, and what changes? As victim, Isarath, rumored cruel, breaks the clans and lust for power. His brother, Verald, exiled from his own machinations in young Navarra, appeals to the saddened wife and promises a new path. The brothers vie, and Verald wins and then demands the hand of Jeshabis, another Ferelden greedy for power. In a decade, the shy victim Jeshabis is the figurehead of the people's rebellion against the last son of the betrayer. As master, bound to rivalries far older, she harbors a hatred beyond to Vinter, and while Isharath is distracted with personal concern or with building a nation to withstand his own people's enemy, she invites the broken brother and sets him against the driven. While accepting marriage to the victor, Jeshabis seeds rebellion among those who remember how their lands were taken not a generation before. Both leave her as ruler, as Gyoja, but should not the rule of a victim been uncertain? Jeshabis rules for 42 years, but there was no great swings backwards. There were no great swings backwards, no people's retribution, for she has become accustomed. If the goals of Isarath were selfish, and the goals of Jeshabis was to reverse them, then Orlais is born of the failure of both. But if Isarath built his father's wall, and Jeshabis wanted revenge, then we are a nation of 2 successes, 2 parents, in opposition but in partnership. Excerpted from a history of not of heroes, readings in the ugly heart of change, collected by Philam, a bard. Oh, these are so pretty. Although I didn't expect these random bottles to just be lying around here. What will people think? Fast travel? What? Some areas have multiple levels. Click on the icons on the right to go to them. Fast travel to where? Oh, wow. Alright, so there's a whole new level. I don't think I can fast travel anywhere right now. Examine this tree. I think I should examine it. Ooh, I wonder what kind of fruits those are. La pompe vie et morte. It is said that the apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. The latter are lonely most evenings among the arbors of the summer bazaar. From Our Elysian Heart by formerly Sister Lodine. Fast travel again? Is this just gonna... I'm not really sure what the fast travel is for, but... Read. Emperor Florian. Grand Duke Florian was not supposed to ascend to the Orlesian throne. His elder brother, Emperor Judiciel II, had 2 twin sons and thus a very secure line. Florian was free to pursue other interests, none of which revolved around the game. Indeed, the imperial court largely ignored him, and that was how he liked it. All that is recorded of that era is that he married, produced a single daughter, and afterwards showed little interest in her. An outbreak of the 100 Days Cough, in 877 Blessed changed his plans. Both of Judicial's sons perished, as did Florian's daughter. Wow, that's quite a cough. Racked by grief, Judicial lost interest in ruling, turning over all matters pertaining to the rebellion in Ferelden to his advisors and instead spending his time hunting in the country. When Judicial was thrown from his horse during a fox hunt in 884 Blessed, Florian was suddenly vaulted into the throne. Famously, his response to the Chevaliers delivering the news at his estate is said to be, "This will not do at all." A private and somewhat eccentric man, Florian limited his appearances at court and dealt almost exclusively with members of his own family. He was extremely particular about his habits of dress and grooming, eschewing current fashions for the sake of comfort and refusing to wear cosmetics or powders of any kind due to an intense dislike of being dirty. Powerful and connected nobles who had served in the cabinet since his father's time were turned away in favor of his younger brother Renaud, his sister Melisande, and his cousins. Children were banned from the palace, even to the children of servants, with the exceptions of his nephew and nieces, who were tolerated only on the condition that they remain out of the Emperor's sight. Regarding suggestions that Florian and his youngest cousin, Maigrin, were lovers, the truth is uncertain. If such a relationship existed, it is no doubt kept private due to Florian's aversion to public life, and not from any fear of rumors. Such rumors, after all, were likely spread due to the Emperor's refusal to sire another child, and thus secure his line. Many believed this failing would eventually lead to civil war. The only real evidence of a relationship with Maigrin is the loud and very public argument the two had prior to Maigrin's appointment, or exile as he saw it, to the throne of Ferelden. Oh, Maigrin, yes. Yes, I remember the story. Maigrin is said to have called Florian "my darling," and neither man chose to explain the argument later. The predictions of civil war almost came to pass upon Florian's death in 919 Dragon. With no clear heir, the throne eventually passed to the only daughter of Grand Duke Renaud, Celine, after a vicious struggle that threatened to consume the empire, from the Emperors of Orlais by brother Harlon Ascari. Yeah. There's a big congregation happening in the center, but I don't want to go up there yet, because I still want to read stuff. The fourth line of Orlais, in respect to Duke Stephen of Valmontagine. Let me guess, this is probably the third and second and first. Grace of the Empire, East. The plaque reads, "Welcome all before the grace of the Empire. Stage and audience for use of all. For theater and business, for partnership and proposal, be seen." A notice below reads, "This display reserved for songs traditional by Lord Bramford and his players. Cancelled." The first line of Orlais. In respect to Emperor Alphonse Valmont, the Lions of Orlais, a repeating element dedicated to the great defenders otherwise noted. It is rumored that one is gold, one is bronze, and weighted with poison, one is chocolate, and one is watching. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back and learn which is most dangerous to try deny or lay. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give way. Excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philip A. Bard. Wow. One is gold, one is bronze, and weighted with poison. One is chocolate, and one is watching. That's pretty interesting. Let me take a look at these buildings real quick. Sorry about the lag, guys. I'm not sure what's happening right now. I'm going to try to fix that in the next video. Hopefully I can fix that in the next video. Pierre Marie?
You'll forgive if events are a little too flustered for commerce. Nothing personal, Inquisition.
Alright, well I guess I'm gonna come back to you later. So this is the weapons and armor store, I guess. Wonder if we're gonna get like Orlesian specific equipment and items here. City guard.
I know what you are.
Okay. Alright. These Orlesians are not particularly friendly. Fast travel. Ooh! Look at that. This definitely does have a very French... the whole design of Orlais has a very French, you know, docks. Influence, of course, obviously.
But, the city is close to you, except for the Chantry and our Templars. They'll certainly take you.
I'm sure they will. And I just love that. The second line of Orlais, in respect to Duke Isidore d'Arlésiens. The Grace of the Empire, North. A notice reads, this display reserved for disclosure discourse political with attending professors of social matters from the University of Orlais. Note that all vendors of loftable groceries will be closed in the hour beforehand and for 1/2 after. The Grace of the Empire West, a notice reads, this display reserved for presentations of the affection as though private and also discounted spirits, presented by Company Misdirect Theater. There's quite a congregation happening over here. I wasn't able to read about the lions, the third lion before.
Good people of
Guess we'll have to
Val
see.
Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more.
We're like,
Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell.
oh boy. Can I respond to that?
We say this is a false prophet, a wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
Oh jeez. Why do you gotta play the race card? Why you gotta bring race into this, lady? I never claimed to be. Stop this now. We have a real enemy. Let us talk peacefully. Or wrong. I am the herald.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I am simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late.
Oh boy, what's going on here?
The Templars have returned to the Chantries. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be saved once more.
Is this...
Still yourself. She is beneath us. What's the meaning of this? Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius,
Lucius.
it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Ooh, this is gonna be a problem.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear.
Oh boy.
If
He's
you
gonna be a
came to
problem
appeal
too.
to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that
Why are you
demands
here?
respect is mine. What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach. Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
That's the
Lord
problem.
Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing, and the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Oh, Templars. Hey, Varric. Finally joined the party?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Yeah. How well do you know him?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
So Lambert did die. Alright, I wasn't sure about that.
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
The Chantry remains operation available. That was not very well. That could have gone a lot better, unfortunately.
What's that? An arrow with a message?
Whoa, I missed the arrow with the message. Friend of Jenny. Notice reads, reserved for a strange assert sound and static upsets behind the glass. Wait. Where's the arrow? Oh, okay. Probably where those exclamation points are. The third line of Orlais, in respect to Duke Yvonne of Saverne. Mysterious arrow. Huh. Totally missed that. Favors for friends of friends. Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and round the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Jenny. A poor drawing of the locations in the market is attached. Ooh, Friends of Jenny? For those of you who watched my character analyses, are you thinking what I'm thinking? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. Maybe you'll be pleasantly surprised. If you already don't know what Friends of Jenny, having a Friends of Jenny
I believe
interaction
that messenger
means.
is trying to get our...
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
Head to the Inquisition's room. Champions of Just. Use the world map to attend the salon. The Imperial Enchanter. Invitation. First Enchanter Vivienne. You are cordially invited to attend my salon, held at the Chateau of Duke Bastien de Gislaine. Yours, Vivienne the Fair. First Enchanter of Montsimar. Enchanter at the Imperial Court. Ooh, Vivienne! Oh gosh, there's so many choices. So many choices, guys. Oh jeez. A friend of Red Jenny. A strange message delivered via arrows said there's an enemy of Inquisition waiting to strike in Val Royeaux. It is said to search the market, the cafe, and the dock for things that are red. The upper marking will be reached its way at the coast in the map. There's something here too. Okay, so these are the places in Red Jenny. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, well... Gosh. Alright, so do I want to follow the Friends of Red Jenny path, or do I want to go straight to Vivienne? Tough choice. I think I'm going to save that for the next video and maybe try to fix this lagging problem. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you again for watching this episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I smell that we're going to be getting a few more companions finally. So tune in next time, and until then, love yourselves and love each other.